Live from scenic Grotuville, it's the first annual Grotu Orloff Telethon. And now, another boring video for my 62 subscribers. This is a magazine that came out in the 70s that some of you may be aware of. This is called Dynamite. And it covered popular culture for elementary school kids in the 70s. This is the first issue that I ever got. It was new for today's kids. Well, the thing about this magazine is there's a free poster in the back. There always had this Count Morbida. It was a purple vampire. Took you into doing puzzles and all this kind of stuff. Well, your teachers would bring a little pamphlet and hand it out to the class. There was a little pamphlet for scholastic books. And you'd pick out books that you wanted, and you'd take it home, and your mother or father would write you a check, and you'd take it back to your teacher. November 74, I was in 4th grade. And you'd bring it back. My mom was always very generous because she wanted me reading, and I was a reader. A few weeks later, your teacher would order all the students' books, and you would get your order in. And Dynamite was a magazine that Scholastic put out. Yeah, and they always had comic book stuff in it. And here they have a recap, recolored, of Captain America's origin. And then all his secrets spilled. And this is something that maybe a lot of comic collectors really aren't aware of. Little niche that maybe if you've collected everything, maybe this is one thing you can get into and find. Here they have a recap of Daredevil's origin in the next issue that I got. This is all on the family cover issue. And then the next issue, I remember this one. $6 Million Man. Boy, the 70s were an ugly time, weren't they? This one, I think I took the poster out. I still have it somewhere, but yeah, I took the poster out and had it on my wall with the $6 Million Man. I think it had a cutaway view that showed all inside of his body. It's kind of a comical poster. Okay, now they move to a DC hero. It shows Wonder Woman's origin. Okay, next issue, John Denver. I don't have a complete run of this, but I have a lot of issues of it. Let's see what hero. Oh, looks like this is the Fantastic Four. This may be the issue. They had a great poster. I still have it. Great poster that maybe was in this issue of the Fantastic Four. And then we move on to J.J. Walker. Let's see who will be the comic featured this time. Oh, it's Thor. It's the origin of Thor. And this is great stuff because, in the early 70s, there really weren't comic book stores. And unless you happened to pick them up at a flea market or garage sale, you weren't going to find the old comics. And this is right about the time Origins of Marvel Comics came out that had some reprinted origins. Oh, this issue looks like they're doing Captain Marvel, the real Captain Marvel. I guess they call him Shazam now. This is a great cover. Count Morbida. Okay. Got the origin of Iron Man. So, it's several pages in each issue devoted to comics. All right, we're moving up to TV 76. I think I have these in order, do I? By then, wacky packages were very popular. I ought to show my wacky package collection sometime here on YouTube. So they were doing a kind of a rip-off of the wacky packages. Whatever was popular with kids, Dynamite was sure to cover it. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's the Joker's origin they cover here. Cool. Here we have a Bruce Lee issue. Bruce Lee lives. Poster of Bruce Lee. Looks like I never took out. Green Goblin origin. Alright, so every issue promotes Marvel or DC. They're giving what do we got here? Looks like maybe it's Dr. Doom's origin. Detailed data on Dr. Doom's dastardly deeds. Okay. Alright. Boy, I hated, everyone loves this MASH TV show, but I like the movie, but the TV show, I just never could get into it. I hated Alan Alda. I didn't like the laugh track, the hair that was way too long for early 50s Korean War era. Just could never get into it. Movie was a lot darker. Okay, it's Cher. On this cover, another wacky package knockoff, Alpha Bricks. Of course, without the wonderful Norm Saunders art or all the other great people that did the art for wacky packages, just not the same. Okay, so now we've got Lex Luthor's origin in this issue of Dynamite. JJ in a movie? Dynamite! Yeah. Let's see. What? Heroes covered. Okay. The Return of the Red Skull. Okay. Every issue is some different hero. I got Fonzie on the cover of this one with a poster of Fonzie on his motorcycle, I'm sure, about to jump over a shark. The Owl. Daredevil villain. Okay, we're moving up into about 76, aren't we? With the Welcome Back Cotter. What will be the hero in this issue? At a certain point, they stopped using Marvel and DC heroes, and they started with their own. I wonder if it was about right here. May 1976. So I was at the end of my 5th grade year. Oh, and I was about to move. And they had this ad. We were about to move to Arlington at that point. So it said, you miss out on these great issues over the summer. And it's like Bionic Woman, the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I never got that issue. If they did put out an issue with Creature on it, I've never seen it. I got Space 1999 when I got. But it was because I had to subscribe, because you obviously can't order these from your teacher. Oh, what's the Thor deal? Thor and Ego the Living Planet. Okay, and in the 70s, there was a 50s nostalgia. And earlier in the 70s, it was a 30s nostalgia, but yeah, they got all the stuff in here for a sock hop, a picture of a jukebox. I actually took that out at one time, looks like. Yeah, I don't know. This has got Iron Man, it looks like. Origin of the Mandarin. Okay. There's so many. I don't know if this is boring to you. It's kind of the history of the 70s. If you grew up in that time period, maybe it's interesting. Bay City Rollers, they were supposed to be the new Beatles. They had a great song, Saturday Night was what it was called. And they were, I think they were from Scotland. They were they're pretty much forgotten today. They were not the next Beatles. Okay, another Wacky Packages knockoff. Boy, that's hilarious. Okay, what was the hero in this issue? Damn, it's hot in here. They turn on all these lights to make it some video you can actually see. All right, at this point, they were doing their own stuff called the Dynamite Duo. So they created their own. I've got all these issues out of order, and the reason I have them out of order, it looks like, is because they don't print the issue number on the cover. I got a, yeah, I lie, they did too. Number 3025. Okay, this one, Space 1999. This one I got at, this came to Fort Lewis, Washington, the house that we were staying in, but I guess it was forwarded to Arlington, Texas, where we moved. My dad was a full colonel in the Army and retired that year. This is about Captain Cold. And this is from earlier. Yeah, earlier on they didn't have issue numbers. They just said, oh, yes, they do, 13. Okay, this one's out of order, I know, because I made a color copy of it for my friend Joe Riley. He needed some reference material for a model kit. Sculpture he was doing. He was building a resin, sculpting a resin kit of a slee stack. And I have, I think, either the first or second one he made downstairs. And this is about the Submariner being discovered by the Human Torch. I remember this disappointment. Vernon Shirley meeting King Kong. This King Kong, there was a poster in here which I hung on the wall. Beautiful art for a movie that turned out not to be very good. Everyone was excited about it. Yeah, this is when they already had the Dynamite Duo. This is their premiere. But yeah, this Jessica Lange King Kong movie had good music, but the ape was, you know, just looking at that still, you'd think it's going to be great, but no, it wasn't. It was just a man in suit thing, and not the fun type. Okay, so by then they stopped using Marvel and DC, and they started using their own. So basically, you get the idea. I have to keep. And here's Donny Osmond. You know, right over here where these comic boxes are, there used to be a little bar there, and that's where Donny Osmond was interviewed. This room here is where Donny's rehab, the room in the rehab was for the Hypnotic Eye episode number 7. So if you go on your Roku and type in Hypnotic Eye episode 7, there's 19 channels that have it up because, you know, there's no copyright in it, and you can watch it. It was right about here that Donny Osmond was dancing around, and that was my voice, although my voice has changed a little bit in 25 years. That was done in the mid-90s. So, Captain and Tennille. All right. A few more. Vinnie Barbarino. It just takes you through the whole 70s, whatever was popular with kids. This was What's Happening, which was a TV version of Cooley High. God, I hated those guys. Kate Jackson, Charlie's Angels, also Dark Shadows. And this issue I actually bought in a store at Six Flags Mall. It was actually, you know, like a Walden's Books or something. So it was the first, I guess they started to actually sell Scholastic books in stores, but everything else I had to order from teachers. Well, of course, since that was popular, there were imitations. There was an imitation called Bananas, and there was an imitation called Smash. And my teacher, I remember when I was at Regency Place Elementary in San Antonio, the teacher didn't want to order because it's too much trouble taking the money out from the kids and everything. So one of the parents said, well, I'll collect the money since the teacher don't want to do it. And so this has Marvel Comics in it. And this is a rival to it's got about peanut. The rival to fucking Dynamite. So anyway, so I got in on it. And they have these Marvel stamps in here, but mine were loose. And that's, I guess, these are the ones you're supposed to be able to get. And I think the kid whose mom ordered it stole, because you could tell there's a perforated edge. He took at least one row of stamps from me. But these are the stamps that I got. These are the stamps you could have gotten, and I guess you're supposed to create a stick, put them onto the needle. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about that. That happened like in 1974 or something. I can't really do anything about that. Okay. Oh, well, they have Marvel shit in it too. I didn't mention that. So this has the Hulk and the Abomination. This is Volume 2, Number 7. I guess I didn't get many copies. I guess not many teachers. Whatever company put out Smash, which is an unfortunate name because now it's taken on a different colloquial meaning. Okay. Who put out Smash? Man, I can't see close up. I've done a number during this stupid pandemic. I've looked at way too much blue light on tablets and phones and TVs and computers, and I can just feel my eyes going. I filmed this video earlier today about Dynamite, and my camera just stopped in the middle of it. It's got like a whole profile on Mighty Marvel. Okay, side note. So I better not let this video go too long. Bananas was another rival publication. This one, I forget who put this out. I think Smash was put out by Arrow. Who put out Bananas? And did they have comic book stuff in it? Let me see. Bananas. There's a... Actually, that might be kind of cool. It's a whole class picture of Rydell High from Greece. National Banana. Gene Simmons unmasked at last. I don't know if they really covered comics in here, although they have Fumetti in here. Let's look at this last issue that I just skimmed past. I mean, they're all very similar, but some of them have different... the art directors are what make and break them. And it's like this has artwork that almost make it look... kind of looks a little... this art direction's interesting. It almost looks like you're looking at a juvenile clean version of National Lampoon or some kind of underground thing. Let's see. Yeah, that sums up the whole era, doesn't it? The whole 70s. Yeah, it doesn't use... oh, this is the artist that worked for Punk Magazine. What is his name? That did the Ramones art. Yeah, this... whoever did this, I think there's some common... Yeah, see the fact that they cover Deborah Harry, and I think one of them... excuse me, putting the camera down. One of these issues of Bananas covers CBGBs, so I'm thinking it might be the same people. Is it still... dropped my camera. God damn, fuck! Oh, God damn it. Well, that wasn't good, was it? Shit, fuck this. Okay. Oh, still recording. Dropped the camera on the floor, and then I dropped one of the magazines down. Not good. Yeah. Interesting. I think I'm stacking these up too high is the problem. Let me make another pile over here. Okay. Hello, Shelley. Goodbye, Kate. Wow, it has a poster of Billy Joel. Amazing. Oh, they have parodies here. Mad Magazine style. Parodies. Ugly and... Huh. Darth Vader Unmasked. Bananas yearbook. Rock and roll. Kiss, Elton, Elvis. Everything you could want in a magazine. I wonder if this is the issue that covers CBGBs. I saw it in one of them earlier when I tried to make this video the first time. No, it isn't. Well, anyway, the whole point is, this brings me to kind of why something that may interest you, may not. So Stan Lee realized that people are making money with these magazines aimed at tweens. So he put out his own. And this one this was sold on newsstands, and this one came out in November of '77. And they even had magazines, they even had commercials on television for this magazine. And went apart in happy days. And he put a lot of Marvel content in it. And that's probably why the Marvel stuff stopped appearing in Dynamite and those other magazines, is because they're going to keep it all for themselves and do this magazine. But they had a comics section in here. I must have skimmed right past it. Collector's items. Now available on newsstands. I never bought those collector's item big treasury editions because I bought the comic off the newsstands, and I knew it was just reprinted. So I was actually, and the comic started coming out months before the actual movie was released on May 25th, 1977. So they have Young Tarzan, drawn by John Buscema and Artie Chan. But then they also have the Star Wars comic. For those of you that are Star Wars completists, this exists. Pizzazz magazine. You're gonna have to seek this out. It's about three pages in every issue. And let's see. In this issue, I can't believe I spent a lot of money on all this stuff back then, but I guess I was only about 12, so 12, 13. So, Star Wars. So, if you think you've got it all, you don't quite until you get Pizzazz magazine. I don't know if there's a collector's market for this. I kind of doubt it. Hurry, don't miss a single issue of Pizzazz. My gosh. And of course the UFOs Kiss, Peter Frampton. Everything you could possibly want. April '78. Kiss wants you to wear their pendant. Young Tarzan, Caverns of Mystery. Continuing the adventures. Oh God, the Sgt. Pepper movie. What a nightmare. What a freaking night. Oh, this kind of predicts the Empire Strikes Back with an ice planet, huh? Terrible, terrible Star Wars, I'm sorry, Spider-Man TV show. Hulk with Sean Cassidy. Yeah, man, it's I had to, I was a Marvel completist kind of, so I bought this magazine, and even though it's kind of embarrassing, to buy a magazine with that on the cover. September 1978. Wow. So, August. I'm doing something for a reason. Yeah, May of '78. That's the month my wife was born. She's about 13 years younger than me. Okay, so I always crammed in Spider-Man stuff or the Hulk. This is actually a very nice cover. Let's see what's in this issue. Shit. Wow, Meatloaf. Oh, the one thing that was cool is whoever was putting this together used these old 1950s Harvey Kurtzman Hey Look comics on the back page. Yes, the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings. Commander, the Cylons have destroyed the entire human race. I wonder how that's going to affect the Nielsen ratings. Well, I think we all know that answer. That show only lasted one season. Oh. Ice Worm cometh. Weird stuff. I consider it the greatest honor of my long career to be on the cover of a Marvel magazine. Yes. Oh, look at that. That's kind of wild, huh? Oh, well, you find these for a few dollars. I guess they're worth your money. The money. But anyway, this is a undiscovered. Let's see what else I got. Oh, I need to put things back together. The Electric Company was a TV show that when you graduated from Sesame Street, and your teachers would force you to watch it. This magazine had great art direction. It just it had art by Al Jaffe. Don't make me a liar. I know it had art by Al Jaffe. Hell of a lot better than Highlights magazine or something. Yeah, there's Al Jaffe. It's kind of like a version of the fold-in. I have more issues of this. There's I just don't know where they are. And there's a Sesame Street magazine too that's pretty good. Oh, and this has Spidey Super Stories in it. So it's sort of is that just taken from the actual? Yeah, so if you think you're a Spider-Man completist, you may have to send down the Electric Company magazine. Oh, I'll sign off because I'm worried about whether this video will just disappear. And then I will come back again with the next hour of the 2020 Gratu Orloff Telethon.